Guys, in this video, you will learn how you can send automated email reminders to the policy holders for getting their insurance policies renewed. So guys, for this, we are going to connect the Excel sheet as the trigger application. And in that Microsoft Excel sheet, we are managing the details of the policy holders and the renewal date of the policies. And guys, we are going to connect Gmail application as the action application to send the reminder emails automatically. Okay, so guys, as and when you are going to add the details of the policy holder and the renewal date of the insurance policy, 3 days before the renewal date, a reminder email will be delivered to that person automatically with the help of this automation. Okay, and we can set up this automation without any coding very easily. Let me show you how. Guys, we are using Pabbly Connect to set up this automation. This is an automation tool, and we have pasted this same link in the description. From here, you can set up your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes, and you will get free automation tasks every month to test and set up your automations. Okay, so you can just sign up right now from here, and after that, you have to sign in and reach the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, which will look like this. And guys, here you have to click on this create workflow button to set up the automation workflow. And here in this name field, you can give a suitable name to this workflow as well. So I'm giving the name here as automated reminder emails. So I have given this name. Okay, and after giving the name, just click on this create button, and here you can see the workflow page is loading up here. And on this page, guys, you will find these two things, the trigger and the action modules. So with the help of these two things, we can set up any automation. So guys, in the trigger, you have to connect that application in which the trigger event is occurring. So the trigger event is that event which is going to actually start this workflow, and the action would be the response towards the trigger. So here in this use case, guys, our Microsoft Excel sheet is the trigger application, and adding of the details of the policy holders here will act as a trigger. Okay. So first of all, connect our trigger app, search for Microsoft Excel here. Here it is, select it. Okay, and in the trigger event, you have to select this new row in worksheet option. Select new row in worksheet. Okay, and here you can see it is showing every 8 hours. So this trigger is going to check for the new details in every 8 hours. Okay, so when whatever the details you are adding, this workflow is going to check in every 8 hours and start this workflow. Okay, so click on connect from this connect button, and from here you have to select this add new connection option. Then click on connect with Microsoft Excel, and from this window you have to provide some additional access to your Microsoft Outlook account, because we have created a live spreadsheet in Microsoft Excel application using which is saved in my OneDrive. Okay, so from here click on yes. Okay, and you can see the authorization is successful. You can see we are getting connected here. Alright, so we are connected, and here it is asking for the workbook's name. So this is my workbook, you can see, and the name of this one workbook is Insurance Renewal List. So I'm going to select this name from this drop down here, Insurance. Here it is selected. Okay, and the worksheet's name is sheet 1. You can see sheet 1 is automatically selected. Okay, now when you click on save and send test request button here, the data of the last row that you have entered in your worksheet will be fetched here as the test data in this response section. So you can see the last entry I have done is this. This was the last row I have added. Here in the name, you can see the name of the policy holder is named demo. This is the email. This is the insurance policy name, medical cover, and these are all the details. And this is the renewal status, guys. Okay, so they have to pay the premium fee for getting the renewal. Okay, so we are going to send the reminders to only those people in our list who have not paid yet. Okay, who have not renewed their policies, right? Let's capture the test data first. I'm clicking on save and send test request here. And here you can see guys, we got the test data captured like this, and here it is showing the row index is second. So that means the data is coming from the second row. Okay, and you can see the data, name, demo, medical cover plan, and these are all the details that I had here are is captured. Okay, now guys, we are done getting the test data. Now with the help of this data, let's move forward. Here in this actions tab guys, now what I'm going to do, I am going to apply the condition that we want to send the reminder emails to only those people who have not yet renewed. That means the renewal status is written here as not paid. Okay, so here for applying this condition, we have filter feature. So filter is going to filter out the people who have not paid yet. Okay, so here you can see it is asking to select the label. So I have received these labels here, and here we have this row data 5 label in which it is showing the payment status. Okay, so I'm going to select this label from here. You just have to click here and it will show you the previous step in the drop down, and when you click on it, it will show you all the data like this. From here I am mapping this row data 5 label, and I am making the filter type equals to, and here in the value I'm going to put not paid. Okay, so this means whenever this renewal status is equal to not paid, then only continue the workflow, otherwise do not. And you have to put the value here in this exact same format as you have written here. You can see here the N and the P of not paid is in capitals, so I'm going to change this, put the P in capitals. Okay, then click on save and send test request. Alright, and here you can see it is showing the condition is false. Why it is showing like this? Because the label we have received, it is showing us paid. Okay, so that's why it is showing us false. But in real time, when this condition matches true, the workflow is going to continue and send the email reminders. Okay, so let's move forward here. Now guys, to send the reminders, we should have the date on which we want to send the reminder. So guys, let's say you want to send the reminder emails 7 days before or 3 days before the renewal date. For that, what we can do, to get the date, just click here on this plus icon, and from this action step, search for date time formatter feature. Date time formatter. Okay, and in the action event guys, I am going to select this option, add/subtract time. Okay, select this, and guys, here you can see we have received the renewal date in this row data 4 label from my Excel sheet. This is the renewal date, and I have selected here date time formatter, in which I have selected the action event as add or subtract time. So with the help of this feature, I am going to subtract 7 days from this date. Okay, let me show you how. Just click on connect here, and here it is asking to enter the date from whom you want to perform any operation of addition or subtraction. So I'm going to map the date label from the first or the triggers tab. Just click here and map the date like this. Okay, and here it is asking for the expressions. So to subtract 7 days, you need to put these kind of expressions. You can see -2 days. So you can just copy this format from here, from the help text, paste it here, and in place of 2, backspace and put 7. Okay, and here it is asking to which format you want to convert it. Okay, so here I'm going to select a format which is this. Let me show you, YYMMDD, that we generally use. Okay, and from which format we got the date? We got the date in this format. This is actually DDMMYY format. So from here, from this from format field, choose the format in which you have received the date, which is this. Okay, and then click on save and send test request button, and guys, here you can see we got the date like this. The date is 11 now, YYMMDD 11, and the date I have mapped here is this. You can see. Alright, so the date was 26th 11/2022. That means 26th of October 2022. And after subtracting 7 days, it is showing 11. So it is not showing correctly because we have selected the wrong date format here. So the date format I have entered here is DDMMYY. Okay, and I have mapped here MMDDYY. So let's change it. It should be DDMMYY. Okay, then click on save and send test request. And now you can see, guys, we got the date as 19 October 2022. Okay, exactly 7 days less from this date, 26th. Okay, so this is working fine. Now we got the date on which we can send the reminder emails. Now to send the reminder email exactly on this date, we have to stop this workflow here. And I want that from here, the workflow should continue at this date only and send the email. So to put a halt here in this workflow, just click here on this plus icon, and from this action step, use delay feature of Pabbly Connect. So delay is going to put a halt on this workflow up till this date. Okay, so find delay here, and here it is asking how much delay you want to put in the workflow. So I am going to select delay until, and here in the delay date I am going to map this date that we have received in this result label. So to map the date here, you just have to click here, and from this last step map the date like this. And here you can read in the help text, the date should be in this format: YY, MM, DD, hours, minutes and seconds. So we have the date as this YYY, MM, DD, but we do not have the hours, minutes and seconds. So you can manually put the time on which you want to send those messages, and you have to put the time in UTC time zone, that is universally coordinated time zone. Okay, so you can check the UTC format by clicking on this help text. So I am residing in India, and UTC lags behind IST by 5 hours and 30 minutes. Okay, so I have to put the time accordingly. Let's say that I want to send the messages 9 a.m. in the morning, so I have to put the time as 3:30. Okay, so let me put the time here, just put a space here, and let me put 3:30 like this. Okay, now we got the exact date format matched here. Click on save and send test request, and here you can see it is showing the message that your workflow is delayed until this date and this time. Okay, and what we want to do at this date, I want to send a reminder email to my customer. For that, just click here on this plus icon, and from this action step, search for Gmail application to send the reminder emails. And the action event would be send email. Then click on connect. From here, select add new connection, then click on connect with Gmail. From here, you have to select that Google account by which you want to send the email. Then provide some additional access to your Google account. Just click on continue. That is completely safe. Okay, and you can see the authorization is successful and we are connected. Right, and here it is asking for the recipient's email address. So we have received the details of policyholders from our Excel sheet in the trigger, and in that data we have received the email address as well. So I'm going to map the email address from the trigger step like this. Okay, I do not want to put CC or in BCC anyone. So in the sender's name, you can enter the sender's name. I'm leaving this blank for now. In the email subject, I am putting here reminder email for renewal of, and you will find the policy name from the trigger step. Here you can see the medical cover plan is the policy's name. So I'm mapping the name of policy in the subject from the trigger. Okay, right, so the labels that you map, guys, are updated with every execution of the workflow. This means that whenever this workflow is going to run and see the newly added rows in your Microsoft Excel sheet, this word, this term here is going to change in every new subject with every new email. Okay, because we have mapped the label here, right? That's why it is important to map the data. And here in the email content type, I'm selecting plain. In the email content, let me type a standard email for all my policy holders. So guys, I have written this email for my policy holders, you can see, and I'm going to map a few things in this email also. so that those details will be updated with every new email. Okay, like the name of the person to whom we are sending the email. So after dear, I'm going to put my cursor and I'm going to put a space, and from the trigger step I'm going to map the name of the customer. Okay, and we wish to remind you that your I have given the space here, and after that I have put plan. So I'm going to put the policy's name here, which you will find in the trigger. Now here you can read this plan. Okay, I can erase the plan also. Expires on. So here I'm going to put the expiry date after on. Okay, please let us know whether you'd like to renew the policy on the same terms. Okay, and this is it, I think. Right, so I have mapped out 3 things here. And now you can check your connection with Gmail by clicking on save and send test request, and this sample email or test email will be delivered to this email address that you have mapped here. But this is not an original email address, so I'm going to put my email address here just to show you the demo. Let's say I have an email address which inbox is here, you can see. So I'm going to put this address here, then I'll click on save and send test request to show you the email. So I am clicking on save and send test request here. And this is the response we have received. Let's check in the inbox of the customer if we got a new email, and here we got a new email, you can see, and the subject is reminder email for renewal of medical cover plan. This is the same subject I have put in the workflow, and you can see here, dear name demo, we wish to remind you that your medical cover plan policy expires on this date, and please let us know whether you like to renew or not. And here you can read, please ignore this email if you have already renewed. Okay, and you can see the details are same according to the data we have entered here. So this is how it is going to work, guys. So we are done setting up this automation, and you have to set up this automation only once. After that, whenever you are going to add the details of policyholders here, the workflow is going to check for the new entries in every 8 hours, and the reminder emails will be delivered automatically 7 days before according to the workflow, or if you want to send 3 days before, it will work on 3 days before and send these kind of reminder emails automatically. Okay, so you can use this workflow as well, and you can change the expression here, and you can make it work for 3 days before also. And I'm going to paste the link of this workflow in the description, and you can clone it in your own free Pabbly Connect account and start using this automation instantly. So guys, this is it for today's video. If you got any query regarding our business automation, you can ask and discuss your queries from this forum. And guys, if you want to check the pricing of this application, you can use this link. And if our automations are helping you, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.